now.
Raw winners and losers, Rollins returns during the last Monster Standing match. This week's episode of Raw heavily promoted the last Monster Standing match between Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed, building anticipation for WWE's upcoming Bad Blood event in just 5 days. While Seth Rollins' surprise return stole the spotlight, the show delivered plenty of other standout moments. The lineup featured a 6-man tag team match with the LWO taking on the Judgment Day, along with singles bouts like Rey Mysterio vs Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston vs Chad Gable. Lyra Valkyria faced off against Zoe Stark. Adding to the night's intense in-ring action, fans were also treated to impactful promos from CM Punk, Drew McIntyre and new Intercontinental Champion Jey Uso, each setting the stage for what's to come. Overall, the night was packed with heated rivalries and surprise returns, leaving plenty of winners and losers to discuss as WWE ramps up its momentum heading into Bad Blood. Here are your winners and losers for Raw on September 30th, 2024. Braun Breaker subtly turns babyface. New Intercontinental Champion Jey Uso opened this week's show with an emotional promo reflecting on his first singles title win over Braun Breaker. He shared how much the victory meant to him and the advice his mother gave before the big match. Breaker interrupted, but rather than attacking or trash-talking, he shook Uso's hand in a sign of respect. This marked a subtle character shift for Breaker, hinting at a possible babyface turn for the former powerhouse heel. It was something WWE doubled down on when Breaker confronted Gunther backstage late in the show. The segment through Breer was a solid way to start the show. It's not clear which direction WWE will take Jey Uso. He will battle Xavier Woods next week, but it pointed to bigger and better things for Breaker in the coming weeks. Xavier Woods gets cheap win over Rey Mysterio. Xavier Woods is slowly turning heel. This week, he took the low road in a match with a well-respected legend in Rey Mysterio, ripping off his masks to earn a victory. Mysterio dominated most of the match, but a desperate Woods resorted to grabbing and briefly pulling off Mysterio's mask. The distraction allowed Woods to roll up the Hall of Famer for a cheap victory. When asked by Kofi Kingston if we did it on purpose, he said no. Rey Mysterio certainly thought so. The crowd reaction was notably negative, signaling a rare heel turn for Woods, who has been a fan favorite for years as part of the New Day. The finish is likely the setup for next week when Woods takes on Jey Uso and likely turns heel officially. Kingston gave him the match Adam Pearce offered, and Woods isn't about to beat Jey. Late in the evening, when Kofi Kingston fighting Chad Gable, there was confusion between New Day. Xavier Woods tried to grab Gable's foot while Kofi Kingston was lining him up for the big kick. The distraction cost Kingston the win. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre promo inside the cell. Just days before they clashed inside Hell in a Cell at WWE's Bad Blood, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre exchanged heated words in a tense final showdown on Raw. WWE brought the grey cell back and showcased it during the promo. Both men were surrounded by security, but they weren't needed. This was a promo where both competitors exchanged words that captivated the audience. McIntyre credited Punk for bringing the hate out of him. Punk responded by proclaiming that McIntyre wouldn't be praying to God or the devil at Bad Blood, but instead to him. Both hinted that the other wasn't going to survive the match. The segment ended with the two staring each other down. This was a very effective way to sell the match, and the sell being on site helped. Judgment Day takes out Priest. The Judgment Day faced off against the LWO in a 6-man tag match on WWE Raw, featuring Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonagh and Khalito against Dragon Lee, Cruz del Toro and Walking Wild. The high-energy bout was fine for what it was. Finn Balor showed up after hinting he was having travel problems. He helped Judgment Day earn the win. The takeaway from the match was what happened afterward. After the match, Rhea Ripley brought out the shark cage and claimed Dom was claustrophobic. She did everything she could put Dom inside it. Meanwhile, inside the ring, Priest put up a good fight, but the numbers were too much. He ate multiple coups de grace and Judgment Day stood tall. This was similar to some of the other builds with this match, and the timing was odd considering it was like 2 segments built into one. It made it feel quite long. Gunther finally accepts Sami Zayn's challenge. Gunther and Sami Zayn met in the ring, and it was the last chance Zayn would have to get Gunther to accept his challenge for the world title. Gunther wasn't going to, and said it was because he didn't want to ruin his legacy wrestling Sami Zayn again. He said the most embarrassing moment of his career was losing to Zayn, something Gunther's family witnessed in person. Zayn rubbed it in, saying his family thought he was a loser. Zayn and Gunther started fighting when Gunther snapped. The ring general took out Zayn and then accepted his challenge. The Miz turns heel in a tag match that the returning R-Truth set up. Awesome Truth took on AOP. Truth did his best, but when The Miz went to tag in, he took a cheese. He is much better heel than anything else, and this turn is good for him. Seth Rollins returns during the last Monster Standing match. Braun Strowman and Big Bronson Reed's intense rivalry came to a chaotic end on WWE Raw in a last Monster Standing match that lived up to the hype. The match kicked off with a bang as Strowman delivered a chokeslam through the announce table, only for Reed to respond with a Death Valley driver of production equipment and through another table. The two monsters kept at each other, and Strowman was either legitimately injured or did an unreal job of selling a leg injury. The chaos reached its peak when a superplex shattered the ring, leaving both competitors struggling to stand. At the end of the show, Seth Rollins made his return, delivering a stomp to Reed, ensuring he stayed down. Strowman was barely able to stand, but he secured the victory. The reaction for Rollins was incredible, and having him back to rekindle his feud with Reed is going to be great action. So today I talked to in this video Monday Night Raw winners and losers. Rollins returns during the last Monster Standing match. So what do you think about this video? If the video is good, please like it and also subscribe to my channel. So I say goodbye for today. May you all be blessed.